we are back with episode 1134 of One Piece. Cruel Fate, Kuma's decision as a father. We kick this episode off with Kizaru arriving to Laboratory 8 while Kuma and Bonnie are there. We get straight to the elephant in the room as Kizaru meets with Vegapunk and he sets a transponder snail right in front of him. Vegapunk tries to deter Kizaru and Kizaru makes it known that they've been watching him and they know what he's really up to. You know, helping Kuma, an escaped Marie Joie slave, as well as a revolutionary fighter. They actively fight the world government, not just the Navy, but they themselves spearhead attacks on the Holy Land. So Kizaru was sent to impose will and regulation on Vegapunk and Kuma, on behest of Saint Saturn himself, who's making a few demands. On the transponder snail, Saturn tells Vegapunk that he overheard his plan to have Kuma be the base for his clones. That is a good idea, but it's at the bargain of Vegapunk, a Navy scientist, and an enemy of the government. Kuma also has a high bounty of 260 million. That wouldn't represent the government well. The world government would also have an army of clones of a so-called tyrant. Saturn lets Vegapunk build the clone army under 3 stipulations. One is that Kuma becomes one of the 7 warlords of the sea. There is an opening because Hanafuda was defeated by Ace. Hanafuda is also Ulti and Page 1's father, as well as one of Kaido's beast pirates. Like Jack, King, Queen, and Doflamingo being Joker, who all represent suits of cards, Hanafuda is also a Japanese card game. When Hanafuda died, the siblings went to Kaido and were taken into custody and became beast pirates, rising to become some of the strongest, being part of the Flying Six. The second stipulation for Kuma is that he'll become a cyborg weapon himself. Not just clones, but he himself be reinforced by Navy weaponry. Saturn also thinks that this will make him a more effective warlord. The third and final stipulation is that Kuma, as a weapon, will have his mind and will completely erased. This is also a safeguard because Kuma is one of the strongest revolutionaries. Even though Saturn knows that Kuma won't run since it's involved in Bonnie, he still plans on subjugating Kuma completely. Effectively, this is also killing Kuma and who he is. Vegapunk argues because he was asked to kill Kuma himself, but since Bonnie will be saved, Kuma's willing to give up everything once again. Kuma's happy just knowing that. The operation to save Bonnie is a 6-month process, and then another year of healing before she can go into the sunlight. Kuma will be modified with technology along the course of Bonnie's healing, which will take about 2 years. Since Kuma won't have to obey after Bonnie's surgery is finished, Saturn adds another stipulation. The world government will hold Bonnie hostage until Kuma's modifications are complete. Once he loses his free will, Bonnie will be set free. So sadly, Kuma won't make it to actually see Bonnie's full recovery. More things also happen to ensure that. I don't trust anything that Saturn says, seeing as what he'll stoop to get what he wants. Saturn ends with saying that if any of the rules are violated, Bonnie will be enslaved like her past lineage was.